San Francisco 49ers taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We get our first look now at Trey Lance, ready to quarterback this San Francisco offense. And Lance, the number 3 pick in the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Here's Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 75 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if there are guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second and 10. Now Lance. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The kick by Gold is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 3 catches, 114 yards, and a score.
It certainly seems like he gets a touchdown each week, doesn't it? Here we are in the final month of the season. He is the NFL leader in touchdown catches.
He has been an absolute machine. To throw, it's Kaepernick. That's complete to Sharp. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Again, it's Kaepernick. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Oh, big hole right side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Alexander Madison, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see
Right.
something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
We got three. Watch 14.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
That catch good for only a couple. This defense for the Niners, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Madison running right. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw, Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know. Looking at
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Falcons grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on. And now, as with every potential turnover, we're going to take a second look at this.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. following the fumble recovery. Lance, man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Lance. On the move to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here's Lance. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think we call that season. Greetings right there. He came up. Pow! Knocked him for a loss.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Madison. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Defense.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Alexander Madison with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Falcons will extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, complete. That's more.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And that's going to be caught. Jalen Hurd. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now we give to Madison. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On the toss, Madison. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. And after getting tackled. He's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. That's complete to Gallman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the toss, there goes Gallman. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. This is Gallman. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Lance now on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield. And
Lance now to throw. Throwing over the middle, An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lance to throw. Mostert, and to the 42-yard line. Kick it away for the second time. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a toss. This is Gallman. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, this is Madison, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Gallman will run it. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On the handoff, it's Madison, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Gallman, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, they run with Madison. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Kaepernick to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll try to run with Madison. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, Madison. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Alexander Madison, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Lance looking to throw it. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Lance going to throw. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Doug Costin, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And oh, he coughed it up. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure to him.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run again here with Gallman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run with Madison. 48 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. He's got it complete. Mike Davis. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Gallman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he lost the football. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge 4th quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. A big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually
happens more often than you might think. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Throwing on first down is Lance. They'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. To throw, it's Lance. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Niners on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spent all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
He was brought down by Brandon Copeland. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. They're going to hurry back to the line now. looking from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. In on the tackle, it was Duke Ejiofor. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Wayne Gallman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Lance. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Lance again. Mostert, and he drops the ball. pass will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A handoff as they run the counter play. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now they'll run it on the toss. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Well, an interesting finish to this one.